All right. Hello and welcome to September. We are back. I know summer's almost over, but I just need to stay in this festive spirit for a little longer while the weather holds up. So, I want to welcome you back to my Lunch and Learn. We've had a little break recuperating and invigorating ourselves here at the Abundance Academy, and we are back on a regular schedule. So that means I will be right here each and every Wednesday. And every week, I'm going to explore topics to help you elevate your mindset, be at your best, and radically expand your life and business. And today, I am so excited to be talking about being an outsider in your life. What can happen if you do be an outsider in your own life, and how to flip that around so you can put yourself back in. So, if you've ever felt like you're watching your life just pass you by, maybe you hear people talk about being fully present, and even though you get what they're saying in theory, you just can't see yourself actually getting there because you're just too busy running around. You're running, 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 doing all things for everyone and living your life. Well, if that sounds like you, today is for you. Now, I know that some of you know me, some of you don't. I am Larissa McCooch. I am a master results coach and CEO of Abundance Academy, where we help professional women stop playing small and trade their stress and overwhelm for a rich and fulfilling life, where they're living life on purpose and really, truly going after their dreams. Now, I want to know where you're coming in from. If you are tuning in by replay, type in replay in the chat. If this is your first time here, type in first time in the chat. And I truly do thank you for being here, and I appreciate you and your presence. Now, I remember as I was thinking about this presentation, it's been a theme that's been coming on in this world lately. And I was thinking about one of my sessions with a client a while back who was really, really frustrated because she lived her life almost like a fly on the wall. And I remember she was like, it's almost like I'm sitting up there looking at myself in my own life, and I watch my conversations. And she felt really threatened and intimidated all the time, like someone was out to get her. She had so many wonderful things happening to her, and logically she knew that, but she couldn't actually appreciate these good things. And she had a beautiful family. She had bonuses flying in, a phenomenal career, flexible work hours. She had the ability to travel at the drop of a hat, but that didn't make her happy. So, can you relate to that? You've got all these great things happening in your world, and that may not be satisfying. You may not feel absolutely fulfilled. Well, as we worked together, I made some suggestions that seemed so simple. She just chose to ignore them, and her life ended up falling apart. Her career crumbled, pandemic hit, no travel, stress with family. So many things happened, and they happened all at once. And she realized, okay, my strategy of ignoring these simple things that you just said isn't working. So she came back to me and we started working together again when she was like, okay, I'm ready to be coachable. And we went through a series of processes and exercises to get her fully present in her life, to get her really fully appreciating her life, living that rich and fulfilling life she had, but didn't acknowledge or recognize. And I'm going to share with you one of those processes today that really did help to transform her life right before her eyes very, very quickly. Now, after we did this, after she was coachable and she actually did what I suggested, because sometimes people know things, her relationships improved. Her income increased. She was able to travel conveniently came back, and best of all, she really started to like and love herself. She acknowledged herself for her accomplishments, and she realized the more she did that, the more she treated herself with kindness and respect, the more opportunities came her way, and they have been rolling in ever since. So why am I sharing all this with you? Well, we all know that there are things we shouldn't do, yet we do them, right? And I'm going to show you how some little things can make big, profound changes in your life, especially when you use the power of leverage to bring these wild successes to you and your life. Now, I want to ask you a question, okay? Do you want to wake up every single day with enthusiasm? Raise your hand. Does that sound good? Do you want to wake up every day with enthusiasm, looking forward to what is about to come? Do you want to hear people ask you about what you've done that's different? Maybe did you get your hair cut? Did you put some makeup on? I don't know, get a new outfit? Simply because of the way you're showing up day to day. You've got that energy, you've got that spark. Are you ready to see your relationships improve with others and most of all yourself, where you can actually like, love, appreciate, respect, and admire yourself wholeheartedly and where you're at now? If that sounds good to you, give me some hearts, give me some love in the comments. But if that does sound good to you and you're willing to entertain and actually potentially act on some of these ideas, then listen on because we're really talking about this idea of being fully present. And being fully present means being fully conscious of the moment and freeing yourself of the noise and that internal dialogue that's often associated with feelings of um, stillness and peace. Your sensations, they get sharper and you start to experience life as it really truly is. And you get free from disillusion. Now, this idea of being fully present and a participant in your own life has existed in every culture, in every religion, and every civilization since the dawn of man. We've been tuning into environments about how people survived, right? So they had to pay attention to what was going on. If there was a weather type, like a certain type of weather forecast, they had to protect their homes and protect themselves. They had to think about hunting and gathering and creating food and making sure their crops survived. So it's how women used to take care of and connect to their children. And it's how mating came about, right? So there's a calling, things felt good, and they went onward and upward. Now, what you need to know is living as an outsider in your life is dangerous because you will never be satisfied and have a truly fulfilling and rich life. Scary, isn't it? Now, there are two perspectives you can take. You can look at your life associated. You can experience your life in an associated perspective. That means I am in my own body. I'm looking at life and what's happening to me and experiencing it through my own eyes. Or you can be dissociated, which is like that fly on the wall. You can be detached, like you're looking at your life as though it's a picture in front of you or a movie playing in front of you, and you're just simply an observer. Now, if you're that observer or that outsider, you're never going to feel as good as you can feel. And you won't experience life to its fullest. And I know that's not what you want to be. That's not who you want to be. That's not how you want to show up. You are here because you want more. So to stop being an outsider in your own life, you've got to be associated and present in your life. You got to be willing to calm down. And being fully present isn't about just meditating your life away or becoming a monk. I'm talking to you about getting fully present with yourself and what fulfills you the most. You've got to get the feelings, you've got to feel those feelings. You've got to smell the roses, chew and actually taste your food. It's about being an active participant. And once you hit the pause button and calm yourself down, you can start speeding up with elegance and grace and presence. Now, since your current strategy has probably not been working for you, if you feel like an outsider in your own life, I suggest you listen up and try this because I'm going to share, like I said, one simple thing you can do to get more present. I've got a big, wide variety of toolbox I use with my clients, but I want to keep it simple and give you something actionable that you can walk away with. And when you put this into practice, you're going to have one piece of the pie that can start giving you that little nudge in a positive direction. And if you want to take it further, that is absolutely great. We can show you how to do that. Now, I've done this process with many, many clients of all ages, both genders, all over the world, and it has worked wonders. Now, what do you want to do? What is this big magic process? It's called tuning into your five senses. Now, don't run away. I know it sounds simple. It's because it is. However, most people have heard of this. Most people have perhaps dabbled in it, but 95 to 99% of people actually ignore it or rush through it and don't make the most of it. So you can do this for the past, present, or future because your unconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So, just for this exercise, while you and I are here together, I want you to notice something that you've recently seen that just looks so beautiful. What's something recent in your life that looks beautiful that you've actually seen with your eyes? Maybe it's a silhouette. Maybe it's the petals of a beautiful flower. Maybe it's dinner being arranged in an artful way on a plate or some artwork that you've seen. What's something that looks beautiful to you? And give yourself a minute to really acknowledge that beauty. Notice something you've heard that's wonderful. Maybe it's the birds chirping in the morning. Maybe it's the sound of a waterfall or your child giggling when you tickle them. What's something that you've heard that's just wonderful, lights you up like a Christmas tree? Think back. Notice something you felt that's delightful. Something that physically felt really good. We're not talking emotions here. We're talking about physically. Maybe a fuzzy blanket. For me, I get cuddles from my son, and that it just feels so good to get those cuddles. What's something you felt that's delightful? Maybe it's the skin on a peach. I think skin on a peach is so cool. Something you felt that's delightful. Your teeth after flossing them. That mouth that just feels so clean. So it's something you felt that's delightful. Notice something you smelled that's incredible. Okay, what's something you smelled that's incredible? Maybe cookies or a soup. Things in the kitchen just smell so wonderful. Cookies baking on that stove or in the oven, soup baking on the stove. Flowers, the smell of flowers when you stop to smell the roses. There's so many flowers out in bloom and they just smell absolutely incredible. What's something you smelled that's incredible? Maybe it's an essential oil, right? I love my essential oils. Many of them just smell so incredible. They take you away to a faraway place. And notice something you tasted that's just marvelous. Something you tasted that's marvelous. Maybe it's a new recipe or some fresh fruit or that just divine glass of water. Water can taste absolutely marvelous, especially spring water. It's the most highly structured water on the planet. It just tastes so clean and fresh. What's something that you've tasted that's absolutely marvelous? No, all we did was pay attention to our five senses, and we thought back to something in our recent past that engages those five senses. And even now, you've probably felt some emotional shifts or some excitement or some good feelings. What are those feelings? This is going to help you be more present and help you elevate your vibration because everything is energy. That's all there is to it. Match the frequency of that which you desire, and you can't help but get it. This is not philosophy, this is physics. My favorite Albert Einstein quote ever. You will hear me say it thousands and thousands of times. Emotions are energy. All of these things that we looked at with the five senses have an energetic frequency. And when you appreciate their beauty, their delight, their how fantastic they really truly are, you can elevate yourself and your energy to a higher state. When you're in a good mood, aren't people around you in a better mood? And this is something you can do anywhere, anytime, and it's free. And so we've literally borrowed memories from the past. You can go out in your day with the rest of your day and actively look to find something that tunes into one of these five senses and get really present with it and start playing with this really simple exercise, this one simple piece of magic that can truly transform and elevate your life. Now, if you'd like to tune into other aspects of your life, if you'd like to bring clarity to your future and unlock your deepest desires so you can have a rich and fulfilling life in business, I promise we will go beyond the five senses, way beyond the five senses. This is a starting point. We're hosting our signature vision expansion workshop. It is coming back. Our very first session of the fall is happening Saturday, September 24th. 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's free for now, and registration is going to be open very, very soon. So if this is appealing to you, I want you to let me know. You can send my team or I a direct message or even drop a note in the chat that says, I want to register, and we will make sure you are the first to know about this workshop because this workshop has truly transformed lives and helped people gain more clarity about who they are, what they really want, and have the best of who they are drawn out of them. We are all in a different phase of life. And even if you've done this work, you may want to elevate your vision because the fact is, this is a perfect time of transition. And whenever you're transitioning, it's time to pay attention to the basics, which is that vision, that guiding North Star that is drawing you in a direction. If you have never done this before and you're going, ooh, sounds kind of cool, but I don't know where to start. If you're a vision virgin, we can help you. This is the perfect thing because this is a safe place and we will help you create your vision step by step. And if you're somewhere in between, that's a-okay because we are going to welcome you there too. The only thing we require is that you actually want to make something of your life, that you want your life to stand for something and you want to get more out of this. You want to make the rest of your year the best of your year. So if that sounds like you, send us a message or pop up, I want to register in the chat, and we will make sure to reach out as soon as registration is open. So send us a message, save your seat now, and go off and really, truly expand your life because I've given you 5 little things that can help you do that. Your sight, your hearing, your sense of smell, your sense of taste, and your touch. 5 simple things that, when applied strategically, can and work magic. We have some really simple and powerful things that I've had leaders from all around the world step into in this vision casting workshop. And I want you to have that opportunity as well. So join us September 24th. If that date doesn't work for you, more will be coming for the fall very, very soon. But drop a I want to register or send us a message. And like I said, you will be the first to know. So you have a beautiful day. I will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.